I went down this rabbit hole, and it's amazing what I tracked down, and it showed my head was in the right place because I ended up. Now I'm going to go backwards through this. I ended up at the main guy for TED that gives the intelligent talks and stuff like that. TED. So let's look at this. How I ended up here. It started out. I started using Fox again. And I clicked on an article I'd seen before, Utah geology, Moicory marbles, concretions, how they got there. And it was so good, I thought, where the hell did this information come from? Because in the sea of garbage of artificial intelligence, where it's ruining the information education system, I started clicking, and I ended up that the root of it is the TED guy. So let's look at this. Now, here's the guy, in case I click wrong and I lose track. Um, this magazine, it ended up, I figured, well, let's go to the root of it, of how it started. Amstrad Action, the first magazine, that it traces back to Chris Anderson's. There it is. Chris Anderson is a British American businessman who is the head of TED. Okay, so the point is that I kept searching from this great article, and I'm going to click on it, that this is incredible information here in the sea of garbage we now have. And I ended up at the head of TED. So let's go backwards. Now this is Wikipedia, Amstrad Action, because I typed in it. So let's close that. And the company is Future. It's based in New York, but it's called Future. And so I kept going deeper and deeper. It's early in the morning. I kept going deeper, deeper. I looked into the company, including if you were even looking for jobs from them. I figured this is interesting. I want to find out everything I can about this company, and even clicked on their people. Let's see if I can go backwards. Yeah. And so I figured, well, what kind of people are these? Are these a bunch of trashy scumbags or great people? Well, I know that they had to be great people because I had clicked on the article. It's up here. I don't know if you can see it, Utah Geology, and I am going to click on it. So the company is called Future PC or something. Meet our leaders. So I started scrolling down. Uh, there's Kevin Lai Ying. So here's your top leaders. But don't forget who this traces back to. That original guy that I first clicked on. Uh, so if you keep going, you keep going. He's in there because he was the founder of the magazine that turned into this company. Okay, so let me back up once. I'll click the back button. He's the CEO now. Click back. But it's great. And I saved it because I figured, boy, this is a breath of fresh air. I want to save this to be able to like make it my home page or whatever instead of that other garbage or news channels or whatever. But it's called Future. Our brands, our solutions, all of these, I clicked on all of them to get to the bottom of it. Okay, now let's click on the article because I study geology and chemistry and science, and I've had this saved for probably 15 years. So let's click on the article, utahgeology.com. Now, okay, now why does it say nothing found? Close. Oh, I, I clicked on the wrong thing. It's how Utah's fantastic Moki marbles formed. Yeah, sorry about that. So how Utah, this is an outdated article. It's like 20 years old, whatever. So click on this, and I was reading this because I was deleting things and I wanted to click on it to see if I wanted to delete it. But Mars on Earth, how's Utah's fantastical Milky marbles formed? But anyway, it gets into I mean deep detail about concretions and reducing fluids and stuff like that, and explain the reducing fluids were water and natural gas, and that it changed the ground flow of these fluids changed when the Colorado River cut through the sandstone over it, and it even said where. Uh, but it was so good that I thought, well, I want to keep track of this. This is great information. Now, its discoveries on Mars helped us to better understand the setting here on Earth, blah, blah, blah. But this great article that, in other words, this is not for bozos, but this goes deeply into the color of the sandstone and how concretions form. Researchers think bacteria help convert the siderite into hematite. Blah 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 blah. But anyway, it's called livescience.com. So how I started, I'm scrolling back up. See up here, livescience.com. So from the article, I typed in, I went control in, and I typed in livescience.com. See it up there? And that started my search. Now that's where I ended up before daylight uh, and ended up there. But it's livescience.com. It ends up, okay, now the point is, this is a great site that you want to put on, you want to bookmark it. Why? Because it traces back to the starter, the president of TED, who gives the TED Talks. There you go. And I've also read this morning that artificial intelligence is destroying the information education system because now nobody knows what to believe. That has big implications. Nobody knows what to believe anymore when you click on stuff. So livescience.com is a breath of fresh air. That ends this one. Have a good day.